Wait, stop. Before you say that sentence, don't do what Alex did yesterday.
Oh no, not this story.
Oh, yes, this story.
Okay, so I wanted to say I'm free this afternoon, but in my head I was translating word by word and I said,
Say it. Say exactly what you said.
I am free of charge this afternoon.
Free of charge?
The waiter looked at me like I was a product on sale.
And that's exactly why we translate in our heads, and why today that's going to change. You're listening to Confident English Podcast, the show where English finally makes sense. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Confident English Podcast, or welcome if this is your first time with us.
I'm still a little embarrassed, by the way.
Don't be. Honestly, every single person learning English does this. You hear a word and your brain runs straight to your own language first.
It's automatic. I don't even choose to do it.
Exactly, and that's the real problem. Translating word by word is slow, and sometimes it gives you free of charge instead of free.
Thanks for reminding me.
So today we're doing something different. We're going to learn 3 simple tricks. No grammar rules, just pictures in your mind to help you stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
Pictures? Like actual images?
Exactly like that. Stick with me. Okay, so imagine this. You're in a shop. You want to ask for a coffee.
Easy. I want a coffee.
Sure, but here's the real situation. You're a little nervous, there's a line behind you, and the words in your own language pop into your head first. You have to translate them and then speak, all in 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah. That's the hard part. It's not the words, it's the speed.
That's it exactly. It's not that you don't know English, it's that your brain is doing 2 jobs at once, translating and speaking.
So, how do we stop doing 2 jobs?
Well, here's my real question for you today, Alex. When you think about coffee, what comes first in your mind? The word in your language or the actual cup of coffee?
Honestly, the word in my language.
Right. And that's the habit we're going to change. Because when a small child learns coffee, they don't translate anything. They just see the cup and the word coffee connects directly to it.
Wait, so I need to think like a child?
In a way, yes. And today I'm going to show you exactly how. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Trick number 1. See it, don't translate it.
See it, don't translate it. Okay.
When you hear an English word for something you can picture, coffee, dog, rain, chair, don't let your language jump in first. Picture the actual thing.
So, when I hear rain, I imagine rain, water falling, not the word in my language.
Exactly. You connect the English word directly to the image, no translation in between.
I don't know. That still sounds a bit strange. Like, how is that different from just knowing the word?
How do I explain this simply? Okay, think of it like this. Right now, your brain has 2 steps. English word, then translation, then meaning. We want just 2 steps. English word, then meaning. We're deleting the middle step.
Oh, so it's not learning new words, it's skipping a step I don't need.
Exactly. Don't translate it, picture it.
Don't translate it, picture it. Okay, I like that.
Let's try a mini scene. Listen first, slowly, clearly. Look at that dog. It's sleeping in the sun.
Okay, I see a dog sleeping in the sun. That was fast. I didn't translate anything.
See? Now you try. Say it with me and really picture it as you say it. Look at that dog. It's sleeping in the sun.
Look at that dog. It's sleeping in the sun. Whoa, that actually felt different.
That's the picture doing the work instead of your language.
Okay, so this works for things I can see, But what about feelings? You can't really picture tired or happy.
Ooh, great question. That's exactly why we have 3 tricks, not just one. Let's finish this one first, then I'll show you the next. Okay, quick game. I'll say a sentence, you decide. A, translate it in your head first, or B, picture it directly. Ready?
Ready.
I'll say, the cat is on the table.
B, picture.
Good. Next one, a little harder. She's opening the window.
B. Picture. A woman, a window, opening.
Perfect. Last one. And listeners, you say your answer out loud too. The children are playing in the park.
B. Definitely B.
You're getting fast at this.
I mean, it's kind of like a movie in my head now.
Hold that thought. That's literally trick number 3. But first, quick break. Okay, fun fact before we continue. Do you know why English speakers say someone has a frog in their throat when their voice sounds strange?
A frog in the throat? That's a weird picture.
Right? It just means your voice sounds rough, maybe because you're sick. Nobody actually has a frog in there.
Good. I was worried for a second.
And by the end of this episode, you'll be able to say sentences like this without even thinking about them first.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's keep going.
Okay, here's where it gets interesting again. Trick number 2 is for things you can't see, like feelings or ideas. We call it connect it to a moment.
A moment.
Yes, instead of picturing the word, you picture a real moment when you felt it. For example, tired. Don't translate tired. Picture the moment you got home after a long day and sat down on your sofa.
Oh, like last Friday. I was so tired I fell asleep on the sofa with my shoes on.
Perfect example. Now, when you hear tired, think of that exact moment. Your brain connects the English word directly to your own memory.
So, happy could be a moment too, like when my team won a game?
Exactly. Say it with me. I'm tired. And really think of your sofa moment.
I'm tired. Okay, I can actually feel it a little.
Now trick number 3, and this connects to what you said earlier. Make a little movie.
The movie thing.
Exactly. Instead of translating a full sentence, imagine it as a short scene like a movie and describe what's happening step by step in simple English.
So instead of thinking my sentence in my language and translating it,
You just watch the scene happen and describe it directly in English, one small piece at a time.
can we try one?
Let's do it. Picture this. You're walking to work, it starts to rain, and you don't have an umbrella. Describe the scene in simple English, step by step.
I'm walking. It's raining. I don't have an umbrella. I'm getting wet.
See that? No translation, just the movie in English.
That was actually really fast and kind of fun.
That's the goal. Don't translate it, picture it. Okay, last game. I'm going to describe a little scene, but I'll say one sentence the translating way. Too long, too complicated. Find the mistake.
Okay, I'm listening.
The man, he is walking to his car because he wants to arrive at his work on time this morning.
It's too long. It's not a movie, it's a whole paragraph.
Exactly. That's someone still translating in their head. How would you say it movie style?
The man is walking. He's going to work.
Simple, clear, and fast. That's the difference.
I actually get this now.
Okay, let's go back to the coffee shop. You're in line, a little nervous. What do you do now?
I picture the coffee, not the word. I connect it to my morning moment when I actually want coffee.
And then?
I make a little movie. I want a coffee, please. Simple. No translating.
And no more free of charge.
Never again.
See? 3 tricks. See it, connect it to a moment, make a little movie. Don't translate it.
Picture it.
So here's your mantra for today. Don't translate it, picture it.
Say it with us if you're listening. Out loud right now.
Your challenge today: pick 3 things around you right now and just picture them in English. No translating.
I'm starting with coffee, obviously.
Obviously. Now here's my question for you, listener. What's one word you always translate first? Tell us. We really want to know.
And next time, I'm finally telling the story about the day I ordered a small water and accidentally asked for a small wife.
Oh, we are absolutely doing that story.
See you next time.
Keep going. You're closer than you think.